from Cape Town is former Skwatta Kamp member and now solo artist Slikour, who's been on the hip-hop scene for many years. Slikour, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us this morning. Of course, the outpouring of grief continues across South Africa, while people are still celebrating as well. At the same time, the legacy and contribution of HHP to South African music. In your view, how should we remember him and honor him?
I think that Jabba was he was the smile of hip hop. You know, if there's such a thing. While a lot of us were still tied up or still wrapped to a certain extent, a lot of people they portray anger, confrontational. Rap is that type of competitive sport, but he was the smile. You know, he was the family hip-hop kind of product, you know, that like you could actually like, he could actually be sitting next to you and you could laugh with you, you could be comfortable around him. Non-confrontational, non-ego driven, very human kind of view of hip-hop that South Africa wasn't familiar with, you know. Pretty much like more like, I'd say, like a Fresh Prince of SA, of Maftown. You know, that's how he was. That's how Jabba should be remembered. He was the smile of hip-hop, you know.
Yeah, there should be no surprise that he brought out what people have come to know as Motswako in terms of that genre of music.
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt. But part of him being the smile of hip-hop was he was open to... Like I said, you know, a lot of our rap was also influenced by America, but he was also open to just collaborating with different worlds, whether it's a choir, whether it's Kwaito, but even when he does it, it wasn't half done. It was done with almost sort of an embrace and a love that would create a genre. Hence, you would find something like Motswako really coming from him, because he was able to just take anything from any genre and own it and sound like he belongs in it and almost create a new sound that would be like a rap sound that would be duplicated, which later on, so we saw Morafe, we saw Dukes, we saw Cooley. I mean, to this day, we have guys like Casper who really come from that tree of that seed that he planted, you know?
Yeah, now Slikour, some people have been commenting about how we as a country support our artists or not support our artists. And I mean, he did come out, we understand, a couple of years ago in the public about how he was battling with depression, and now he's gone. In your view, I mean, when we hear this now and again, when musicians and artists die, and the older ones, the older generations who say they were not supported. I mean, he was only 38 years old. Where are we failing as a country in terms of supporting artists like yourselves?
I don't know whether it's like, you know, I mean, if people are true to themselves and honest to themselves, you know, we only support when people literally push out product, when we see people, it's an out of sight, out of mind business. But with regards to that, I think with regards to art, and I don't want to make it an artist thing, I keep on saying, let's not make it an artist thing, it's a human thing. But here's my statement with regards to just us as humans, is that I was saying this last night, that we unfortunately benchmark our lives on our capabilities when we should be benchmarking our lives on, when we should actually be making moves in our lives on our incapabilities. Because once we understand our incapabilities, we work to make them capabilities. So even if we've made one thing a capability, we shouldn't be complacent, because there'll always be a crack, whether it's in your family, whether it's your personal life, whether it's your work life, whether it's where you want to be, there'll always be a crack that you need to plaster. So we need to focus on our incapabilities, celebrate what we've succeeded in, and continue, because that's the journey of life. It's almost like finding your capabilities. And I think because we come up as people who always want to find the superhero in us, the capabilities. I'm good at that, I'm good at that. We never find, I'm good at that, but this is what's missing. Let me work on that. I mean, that's just my statement to just everybody and everyone, you know. So I don't know, when people talk about we should have done this, this business is about You see me, you buy into me. You don't see me, you don't buy into me. So even the fans who keep on saying that, I mean, it's nobody's fault. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that's a thing that people just say because they got nothing to say. Yeah, but what were we doing? What were we doing? What were you doing? I mean, I was with him a week or two ago, but what was everyone else doing when he never had product? Your relationship with an artist is when they have product, not really when they don't have product. So I don't know. People are sad, and that's probably what they said most times because they wish they could have done more. But your relationship with him was a product relationship. That's the truth.
Okay, Slikour, thank you very much for those reflections.
And with me too.
Yes, thank you very much, Slikour, for those reflections and some of the insights as we are honouring and South Africa continues to mourn the untimely death of 38-year-old HHP